Well, good afternoon, viewers, and today is Sunday, May 18th. And I haven't done any eye exercises lately, so I better get back at that, I guess. So there's one there. You move your eye that way, see, and that gives you exercise to the left. Then you go to the right, and that gives you exercise to the right. Then you go back to the left, back to the right, and there you go. You got your eye exercises. Then this is for long distance. So you have to really strain your eyes to see that one. So there you go. There's your eye tip for today. All right, so today, like I said, is May 18th and Sunday. So today's episode is a Sunday afternoon fireside chat, but without the fire today. Although I could have one on, but and I might put one on later. I'm not sure yet. Just don't know what I'm going to do today. I got things I should be doing, but as usual, I don't feel like doing them. So it's a bit cloudy today, and it's supposed to be showers, I think, and all that kind of stuff. And it's a little bit cool. And anyway, you can see on the trailer there's two barbecues up on the trailer. They used to be up on the deck. We haven't used barbecues in quite a few years, so the wife wanted them gone, so I reluctantly agreed, I guess. So anyway, the four barbecues they're probably still work. The valves still move easily, and anyway, sadly out they go, I guess. So there we go now. That's what we're up to today. We've got to do a little bit of cleanup because Son still has that bin over at his place, so there's still room to throw a bit of stuff in. So there's some stuff in the woods there, old plastic hockey net, and you can see that ball there, and there's that green kind of looking thing is a hockey stick, to one of those plastic ones that you bend to make the curl on it. And there's a whole bunch of other stuff here too, but I'm just not in the mood today to be digging through that to put it in the trailer. And the grass needs cutting, and Ronaldo's not here yet to do that, so don't know where he's at. Anyway, in the garage today, look at that, it's kind of getting opened up a little bit, so we took the Massey 14, Massey Ferguson 14 bulldozer tractor to my son's place, and in the video yesterday, you seen the result of what it was doing. Now, I didn't show any video of the bulldozer tractor or the case with the loader, because my son doesn't want to be in the videos, so just kind of had to do the work without getting the videos on them, I guess. So anyway, that's fine. That's what he wants. That's what he gets. So anyway, yeah. So she's kind of empty looking here in a way. This still has to go to his place yet. To look at where the leak is coming from. I kind of figure I know where the leak is coming from now, because over the last couple of years, the steering thing, there's a cog on the end of the steering shaft, and that cog rotates on a thing that has gears also, and this thing goes back and forth, which turns the wheels back and forth. Anyway, that thing that goes back and forth was rubbing on a hose. When I got the tractor, probably, when did I get that thing? I guess probably 3 or 4 years ago now. Anyway, I noticed that, so ever since that, anytime I'm under it, I check that, and I always make sure that I put zip ties on it to keep it uh, towards the frame on this side. Yeah, that side, there we go. And that thing then, when it moves, it misses the hose. So I don't know what happened, but it could be that the zip tie broke and the hose moved back a bit and the thing was rubbing on it. And by the look of the trail of the oil outside beside along the outside wall there on the grass, that's kind of looking like where it was coming from. So anyway, they are some nasty to work on underneath, that is for sure, and it's even more nasty when it's on the floor like that. So I almost thought about attempting to do it here, but I changed my mind and I'm back to taking it to my son's place. So I'll have to get it over there someday, I guess. It's not a real rush to get it back into service for grass cutting because I have other tractors for that, but it needs to be going for wood splitting. And that's not for a month or 2 months probably. Anyway, so. But we got to get at it to get it fixed, right? So, because it's going to be a nasty one to try and work at. That is for sure. So, the Sunday fireside chat is no fire today. Like I say, I could put it on, but I'm just kind of doing all right here, I guess. So, I don't have any kind of a list or anything to go by today, so I'm kind of just making it up as I'm sitting here, which means I'm rambling, right? So, which means it could be a long video. Anyway, let's go look at the weather here, I guess. So, the weather, we are at 11 degrees Celsius, which is 51 degrees. So, east-southeast wind at 18 miles an hour, which isn't too bad. 29 kilometers an hour. So we're supposed to get to 14. It might do that. Showers, and then tomorrow's, of course, on holiday weekend. And tomorrow's 13 and chance of showers. And Tuesday is going to be cool, so I'd say the fire is going to be going Tuesday. Showers on Tuesday, Wednesday 11, and Thursday 15, and some sun. And then, of course, back to the weekend and down cold temperatures again and rain. So, no real heat to speak of yet in the weather. So, anyway, that's the way that goes. Nothing you can do about it. Kind of looks like the sun is coming out. Yeah, there you go. I might get my grass cut today yet, maybe. So, I'll be using this one here, the Craftsman. Well, that's working pretty good, that old tractor. I'm glad I took the time to do some fix-ups on it. It's working good. So, now in the little barn, I may take it back in here, I don't know, but in the little barn over there is the MF7, which has a mowing deck on it also. So between the two of these, I'm sure I can get my grass cut. So speaking of grass, oh yes, yeah, we got to do the stickers yet too. Oh, that's right too. I got a new sticker to put up. Yeah, I better go get that. So I'll shut this off here for now, and I'll be back to you in a few minutes. All right, so we're back here now, and I was mentioning about the grass, I guess, and then I all of a sudden thought about the stickers. So anyway, the grass, yeah, grass. Oh, grass is going to be Well, it's long now and I need to get it cut. So, and it's sunny out at the moment, but it's raining also at the same time. So I don't know how that works. But so the sun seems to want to. We have a 1951 Ferguson tractor, and the PTO in it is run by what they call transmission. So when you're in gear and you're moving, the PTO operates. If you put the clutch in, then the tractor stops and the PTO stops. If you put the tractor into neutral and let the clutch out, the PTO will operate. So we have a 6-foot rear finish mower, rear discharge, which I've used and my son has used. We've used it on the Ferguson tractor. But the trouble with that is if you're going along and you want to stop or change direction or back up or whatever, there was quite a bit of goings on that you had to do to make it operate so that you could still use it. Anyway, if you put the clutch in and thinking you were going to stop, well, you don't stop because the momentum from the finish mower still pushes the tractor forward, which is a bad thing in a way because if you forget and you're close to something and you put the clutch in and you want to stop so you don't hit something, then crash, bang, boom, you run into the thing you didn't want to hit because of the mower continuing to push the tractor. The other thing that does is if you put the clutch in and you come to a stop, well then there's pressure on the transmission and you can't get it out of gear to shift it into reverse or go back into first gear or whatever gear. So anyway, it's kind of difficult to use that way. And what I got doing was when I wanted to stop or change direction or back up or whatever, I had to kind of sit up in the seat, lean over towards the PTO lever on the left side, and just as I pushed the clutch in, I had to move the lever ahead at the exact same time. Then you took the pressure off of everything and you could shift the gears and do whatever and away you go again. So, you can do that and it does work and I've done it and whatever, but it is kind of an annoying thing in a way. So if you had an overrunning clutch on the PTO, you wouldn't have to do that. The clutch would then slip when you put the tractor clutch in to stop. The PTO clutch would then slip and allow the mower to keep going until it stopped. But it wouldn't put any pressure on the transmission, and you could basically stop right away. So son wants to get one of those overrunning clutches, I guess you call them, and we're going to put the Ferguson back into service this year and use the rear finishing mower to cut the grass. It does a nice job. It cuts just as good as any of my garden tractors have. And it's a lot more comfortable, smooth ride. You're not bouncing all over the place and stuff. So as much as I like the garden tractors, but the Ferguson tractor is quite comfortable to use. So that's part of the plan, I guess, for this summer. So we'll have to get the finish mower over to the garage and get it greased up and check the oil in the gearbox and check the tire pressures and grease up whatever we need to grease up, and we're going to put it back to work. The Ferguson tractor doesn't get used a lot anymore because of the son's Ford diesel compact tractor that came along. It's also a transmission driven PTO, but it has something built into the tractor so that when you put the clutch in, you don't get that continuous moving from the mower driving the tractor ahead. So there must be a built-in overrunning clutch in it somehow. So it was quite good to use. It was easy to use and stuff. So anyway, the little diesel tractor kind of took over some duties, and like the finish mower and the saw bench, and the poor Ferguson really didn't have a whole lot to do. We do have a blade for the back that we use a little bit. So that's his thinking. We were going to put the Ferguson tractor back into action, I guess, for grass cutting this year. So the son's Ford diesel tractor with the cab, Dave's favorite tractor, the cab. We're going to get the saw bench hooked to it and get it ready for sawing up the wood. It works good on that saw too. And burns, holy cats, it doesn't burn any fuel hardly at all compared to what the Ferguson used to burn. Now, the Ford tractor is a diesel. It's only 16 horsepower, but it runs that saw bench or the rear finish mower without any trouble whatsoever. The Ferguson tractor is a gas engine, and when it was new, it would be 27 horsepower. Of course, not new anymore, so I don't know what it would be making for horsepower. It might be making 24. Anyway, I did do the motor over in the Ferguson there 4 or 5 minutes, more than that, I guess, 6 or 7 years ago, I guess. And I had to get a block for it because the block was cracked. And I got some used parts and stuff. There's a fellow in Ontario that had used tractor parts, so I got the block from him, and I got all new gasket set, and I got used sleeves, and I got new rings, new bearings. Pretty well did the motor over. Now, granted, having used sleeves certainly wouldn't be as good as new ones, but I'm kind of on a budget, so anyway, got her all back together, and she's been working great ever since. So that's a little story on that. The Ferguson will be hooked to the mowing deck for the summer, I guess, and the little Ford diesel will be hooked to the saw bench. And the loader tractor, the Case 446 with the Quickway loader, has got a lot of jobs coming up. The more we think about stuff, the more things it can do. In Son's lean-to where he stores things, there's a manual transmission and a transfer case that belong to that old blue Dodge truck that's sitting outside his garage that doesn't run. So he's going to use the loader to move that stuff into the back of that truck. So that'll give him more room in the lean-to. Then we're going to move where he piles wood. So it should give us more room in the lean-to for other things, I guess they call it. The other thing that the loader is going to do is there's a 36-inch tiller for a Massey Ferguson garden tractor that doesn't fit my tractors. It's for the newer version, and it actually came with the Case tractor here when I bought it. The fellow had it rigged up on the back of the tractor somehow with its own motor and all that kind of stuff. So the motor was no good, so I have no use for the tiller. So if somebody wants a 3650 Massey Ferguson tiller, you're welcome to it. Anyway, the loader is going to pick that up, and it's eventually going to go over into the woods where all the other stuff is going to go eventually. And then we picked up a 3-wheeled sand trap rake tractor, I guess you'd call it. I don't know what you call it. But anyways, 3 wheels, and I guess you put it in the sand traps at the golf course, and it had a rake on the back of it, and you'd go around and straighten up all the sand traps. So anyway, we got a hold of that there last year, and I don't know why we got that. But, there's a Kohler motor on it, and I was looking for a Kohler motor, but it's not the right model of engine I was looking for. And the fellow just gave it to us, so we just took it, and motor has no compression. So I did get the idea from Dale, from In the Backyard with Dale, to maybe make a video on that, and this winter take the motor apart and see if I can fix it up. I'm kind of guessing that it's a stuck valve. Who knows until you get into it, but anyway. But the rest of the machine is no good to me. There's nothing, I'm never going to do anything with it, so that's going to go into the woods or maybe to the metal scrapyard. I don't know. So there's lots of work coming up for the loader, that's for sure. Now, whether I get any videos of that or not, I don't know. I'll try. Like I say, my son is around, but he doesn't like being on the video. So another thing I got to do with the loader is, and I've been wanting to do it now for the last week or so, is we have a downed branch across one of our paths in the woods. So the branch is, I don't know. I did look at it, but I can't remember how big it is. Oh dear, excuse me. I'm still tired from all the lugging and dragging yesterday. I guess the branch could be anywhere from 10 to 12 inches at the biggest part at the end. So I'd like to get in there with the loader and cut it up and have some fun with the loader and take the wood out with the loader and all that kind of stuff. So I'll try and do a video on that sometime. So that's about where we're at, I guess. I don't know. There's probably other things on my mind that I can't think of all of a sudden. So anyway, let's get at this sticker here. We need to get this sticker up. This is an updated sticker. From a tractor buddy of mine. That's the sharpest knife on YouTube. All right, here we go. Ooh, boy, look at that. That's a big one. Yes, sir. So we have a note here. All right, so it says, Noel, I just wanted to send you my updated YouTube channel decal. I love seeing your reactions to my videos in your Sunday fireside chat. So, thank you, Steve. And hope you have an amazing week, and I look forward to your adventures and videos. You're an amazing tinkerer. Yes, I guess I am, I guess. Thanks again, my friend, Steve at Rusty Wrench Restoration. So I had asked Steve about where he wanted me to put this sticker, and he did message me back, and then now he does have a note in here on his letter. So feel free to stick this one over the top of the old one, as to not to take up too much room on the board. So I still haven't decided what I'm going to do there yet, Steve. But anyway, I might put it over, and I might take that one off and then put it in another location, because I do have other spots where I have a couple of stickers. So what I think I'm going to do, Steve, is this is going to go right here, just above our buddy Gary. Tractor Talk with Gary. So I think that's what I'm going to do. It's going to go right there or there. This depends on how big this is. So I'll show you the sticker. Boy, that's good size. Get this in here. There we go. Look at that. And of course, I got the glare on it. Yeah, that's a big sticker. Dandy. Love bulldozers, Steve. I just love them. Yep. Some people call them crawler tractors. I guess that's really a crawler tractor because it doesn't have a blade on the front of it. So anyway, I think crawler tractors or bulldozers. Anyway, I like them. That's for sure. I'd love to have one. I don't know what I'd do with it, but I would like to. I would like to have it over at my son's place, so we could go up and down the driveway just to annoy the neighbors. Clank, 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 clank. Oh dear, I'm bad. All right, now we'll see if we can get this off of here, and I think that's just where that's going to go, Steve. Right there. Yeah, that's going to fit right there. Or will it fit there? I kind of like it there, I guess. Yep, that's where it's going, Steve. Now, we can get it situated straight. That'd be the next thing. That looks pretty good. There. Well, that stands right out. That's nice. Yeah. So I think I'll take the other one up here, Steve, off, and I think I can just kind of heat that, and it will probably come off. And then I have other places I can put it. So that's going to be that. So let's do the stickers, I guess, while we're at it. I'll get my, I'll keep this letter. See, I told you this is going to be a long video. Every time I start rambling, there you go. And more than likely, I'll forget something, but anyway, I guess that's all right. All right, now we'll get my pointer. Oh, I got some. Took home a little bit of kindling there yesterday from my son's place. Holy cats, we got lots of kindling. Holy jumpers. I don't think I'll probably enough kindling there now for the rest of my lifetime. Anyway, just have to get it all caught up. But yeah, this little bit of stuff here I took home. So, like I say, I'm going to be burning wood yet. I'd say by Tuesday. Probably going to my son's place tomorrow to get more things done. And I forget now what he said he wanted to do. There's something that he wanted to do. Anyway, I'll find that out tomorrow. So, here we are. I'm going to apologize again. I'm just not able to see everybody's great videos. There's just too many things going on. I just haven't gotten to all the great videos, so I'll have to apologize if I don't watch, and I apologize if I don't comment. It doesn't mean that I don't want to watch your great videos. It's just, I would say once hibernation comes in November, then I'll get back on track and start watching the videos again more. I still will watch some, but I just too many things to do. All right. Now, my other problem is trying to remember. We start off with Grappy's workshop. Now, what did Grappy do there on the Friday video? Yeah, I forgot already. Anyway, Grappy's workshop. He's always up to something there. He's got good information on a lot of different things, as shop related or not shop related or whatever. He's always fixing up something. That's for sure there. And then we have Murphy Mowers. Now, Murphy Mowers. Lee has a video out, but I didn't get to see that yet, Lee. See that now? That's the one. I seen one that's got a little red lawn tractor that he picked up, I think, somewhere. But anyway, I haven't seen it yet. So then we have Len's keeping busy, and Len is always busy, that's for sure. Garden Tractor Boy. Garden Tractor Boy got himself a 706 wheel horse tractor that he's going to fix up. And apparently this 706 model tractor was only made in Europe, not made in America. So I looked it up on Tractor Data, where I look every tractor up that I ever come across, just for my entertainment. And sure enough, I couldn't find the 706 wheel horse tractor. I found a 704, which I kind of think is about the same thing. But correct me if I'm wrong, Joseph, on that, but I kind of think it's about the same. So anyway, yeah, they're going to be fixing this tractor up. It should be a good little rig once they're done with it. And we have in the backyard with Dell. And Dell has had some shoulder surgery there, I think this past week, I believe, on the 13th. So he's going to be kind of out of commission in a way for a while. He won't be able to do his wood and a few things like that. So but he said he's going to have lots of time to watch YouTube videos. So everybody go and see Dell and wish him well wishes and hope to get better soon. Yeah. And what do we got? Boulder Bob. We don't hear anything from him. No, we don't hear nothing from Luke either. So another sticker from Garden Tractor Boy. GBL, the old church 5-acre homestead. Kenny at Open Air Adventure. He and Winston were out in the woods cutting up wood, and he was showing an old homestead there that he came across, and all you could really see is the bits of the concrete foundation of it. So that kind of makes you. It'd have to be built 100 years ago and then just abandoned, I guess, or something. But anyway. And we have Dave and Marie Ange. Marie Ange was on today on the video doing some brake work on her car. Well, they had a great time doing that. It's good to see Dave and Marie Ange together, doing something together. Maintenance with Mike, he has a video out on his walkway that he's making, and I haven't gotten to see that yet, Mike. Lewis Mower and Boats, Brock has a video out on something. I can't remember now what it was, but I didn't see that yet either, Brock. And then we have Rick's Outdoors. Busy people there, up splitting wood and all kinds of wood-related things going on there, that's for sure. Busy people. This fella here, Knowles Garden Tractors and Firewood. You may have to make a new sticker and get the case 446 with a quickway loader in on that picture. That's not a bad idea. And I was actually going to make new stickers and get this Knowles Garden Tractors and Firewood made bigger. And yeah, I'll have to think about that maybe. And we have Rick, Twin Brook Acres, and Craig at Everyday Projects. I just didn't see that video either. And actually, I didn't get to see the one from last week either, Craig. So just can't get to everything, I guess. So Gravely Man Small Engine Repair. Artie got this machine running. He was doing the motor over in that. In My Busy Little Shop. Robert Little, expert leather maker, expert tool restorer. Video I seen here just lately was on the materials in belts that you would buy at a store. So he kind of explained what different types of leathers and different types of ways to put them together and how the stores do that, or whoever makes them for the stores. Logfather, there's a couple of videos there I haven't got to see yet. Allen Family Firewood, they're at a, what do you call that? A Firewood Expo show or something, I think. Or were. Big Sons is probably cutting lots of grass. He should be here cutting my grass, but he's not. Todd Raven, what did we do today now? Brian's got a video out on farming rabbits, I think. Yeah, I think that's what he was up to. I didn't get to see that, but Tucker and I out and about, outdoors in 608. And Larry Cluck Outdoors. Ross on the Land's been on YouTube for 5 years. K&L Firewood, great channel there. Gator's World, check out Gator's World. Gator was up at his daughter's and son-in-law's farm in the last video. And John, the Bradleys on Catbird Hill. Father and Son Outdoors. Oh, and Daryl Wells, I've almost missed you, Daryl. Daryl. Yeah, there you go. Camera shut off because it's past 30 minutes. So I had to restart this. Holy jumpins. Anyway. Yeah, Daryl and Father and Son Outdoors and Tucker and I and Brian and Todd Raven, they're all in Newfoundland, Canada. And we have Club Dora right there. Then we have Tractor Talk with Gary. Gary's got a great channel going there. And doing some planting here the last couple of videos. Yeah. Big machine. Holy cats, the size of the machines. And the implements that they haul doing the planting. Great channel there. You should go and have a look at that. Then we have Rusty Wrench Restorations. Updated sticker. Bigger than the other one. Nice looking Linderman tractor crawler on there. Yes, I like that. So there we go. Steve was at a show here this past video and yesterday. Well, it was some museum type show and tractors and trains and holy cats, it was quite a spot. And Sophia was going around with him. She's quite a card, that one. Yes, sir. And we have Adirondack Woodsman right up here. Oh, there we go. Missed my camera spot. Adirondack Woodsman Jeff. Right into the wood cutting and wood splitting. All right, so there we go. That's the stickers done again for the Sunday fireside chat on May 18th. So hopefully you're all having a great weekend. And I know I'm busy. I'm going to try and take it a little bit easier today. Yesterday and Friday was kind of too busy, but lots done. And kind of funny, with my son, when we clean off something like that and get a new spot, he has to take something over and park it on it. Anyway, I was teasing him today. He was over for breakfast here today, so I was teasing him a little bit about that. I'll see if I can find a picture here. Yeah, there's been a few times where he cleaned off weeds or cleaned out a spot or something. The very next thing you know, he's got something parked on top of it. I don't know if I can find that or not. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, so that's the place that we just finished cleaning up yesterday. And there he is. He's got the tractors parked on top of it. Yeah, so that's the old Ferguson tractor that's going to be running the mower, and that Ford tractor is going to be running the saw bench. Anyhow, have a great day wherever you're at and whatever you're doing, and we'll chat with you again.